Welcome back to another episode of Local Search Tuesdays. This week, I'm sharing more amazing tips, this time from the speakers and experts at Brighton SEO. A few weeks ago, I hopped the pond to go speak at Brighton SEO, my favorite conference. As always, I grabbed my camera and I asked some of the speakers and experts to share helpful tips for digital marketers and business owners. And once again, they shared some pretty incredible tips. Check them out.
I think it's a great idea. I know it's not always easy to come to as many events as possible. There's just so many great people you can meet here. One little trick you can do is if you work with vendors, a lot of times they can get free tickets for you. So don't be shy about asking. They're usually really happy to have you come.
So I've been going around the conference and a few people have said to me that they feel that search skills are an all-time low and it feels like SEO is dying. And I'm here to tell you it's not. It's the complete opposite. If you work in search right now, you don't realize how important your skills are going to be over the next couple of years, especially when it comes to multi-channel content. People, especially in social teams, PR teams, they need real data to inform their content strategies. And we, as search marketers, have that real data. So use it, go speak to your social team, go speak to your PR team, go tell them that information you have about the audience they want to reach.
So my tip right now is to start considering how users are searching and what different tools they're going to be using. So with the rise of our AI tools changing what people use for their search queries, you need to start thinking about that as early on as possible and understanding the intent of customers to see what they'll still do on Google, but what they might go to ChatGPT for, what they might go to Claude for, and understanding what that looks like. So we've just done a report at Reflect Digital, our Search Pulse report. This comes out every quarter. If you search Reflect Digital Search Pulse, you'll find it. And we are asking 2,000 people every quarter to tell us how they're searching so we can keep a track of what's changing so you can inform your strategy.
My tip is may sound old stuff, but my tip is analyze the SERPs in order to see what queries Google suggests as a potential follow-up of a initial search journey, and retrieve all the queries, use generative AI to do entity search and use that output to create alternative complementary taxonomy for your website, your e-commerce, your news sites, whatever, in order to solve on your website all the potential search journeys targeted by you. So to acquire the biggest visibility online, not only on Google, but also doing so because it's a strong semantic optimization work that you are doing, you are going to be, yes, also visible on LLMs and LLMs RAG and grounded system.
So if I'm told to choose one important strategies, I will choose branding. So nowadays, branding is more important than ever. So establish your brand.
So my tip would be to, rather than just give your SEO recommendations for you should do X, to lead them there with the explanation of why you're going to do something and allow the person to realize the benefit themselves. So it's almost like they're making the decision to make that change themselves. That's been one way I found to kind of effectively get my stuff implemented, which has always been one of the biggest challenges, to get the client to do the thing.
So my tip is, if you want to speed up your content auditing on your website or anything and pull through any data, then use AI and harness using tools like Google Sheets, Google Apps Scripts in order to help speed up your workflows.
So my tip is that when you are auditing content, remember always to have the proper data, which means, for example, the BigQuery exports, and that they are in the right format and they are usable for you as an end user, and always tie some action or even better, some process to the recommendations that you're giving after performing an audit or after doing, for example, an SEO analysis.
So one quick tip is, for God's sake, stop calling LLMs AI. That's the first thing. Secondly, when you're using LLMs, please remember to do it responsibly. It's all great testing and playing around, but it does have an impact on the world that we live in. So do some research.
Absolutely do not go for the snake oil salesmen that are going to tell you they can do AI content at scale. All AI can do is regurgitate what's in its training data and give you just the sea of sameness. It cannot offer unique selling propositions, cannot add a unique value or perspective. Make sure that your content is truly providing unique insights that really make it valuable for consumers and not just AI produced at scale.
Everyone talks about the importance of resilience. But what is resilience? Some people say resilience is like an elastic band. The more you use it, the less elasticity it has, the less strength it has. However, resilience can also be like a muscle. And the difference is it's what you feed it. So if you feed resilience with talk like, I can't do this anymore, this always happens to me, your resilience will be like an elastic band. But if you feed it words like, I'm learning all the time, I'm getting better at this all the time, then your resilience will be like a muscle, and the more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Great tips this time around, right? That's definitely all the time we have left for this week's episode, so you know what that means. Put your hand on the screen right here. We totally just high-fived because you learned something awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week for another episode of Local Search Tuesdays.